It's a pole camera, so that's how that works. Okay. I am here with Jim Woodring.
Yep, so you are.
Comic artist, graphic novelist. What do you consider yourself?
I'm a cartoonist.
Cartoonist. Okay. You have some pretty good ideas. You came out with a new book. Did you just crank out this book? Like,
Well,
it
I
feels
wouldn't
like
say
you
I
just
just
had another one.
cranked it out. I just took my always productive work habits and focused them on a book instead of on other things.
How much did I have? $11?
What are those other things you generally focus your energy?
Oh, you know, standalone drawings, paintings, sculptures.
Did you? Let's go this way. Did you remember your? Did you build your big pen?
Oh yes, I
was
did.
really excited about that.
Yes.
Super innovative.
Well, it's a fantastic fetish item. I just did a big drawing of an amputated frog's leg with it at the Walker Art Center in Minneapolis last weekend. Yes, the Walker Art Center is one hell of a place, it turns out. I've never been there, but I've heard a lot about it.
Are you excited to be in Portland now?
Am I excited to be in Portland?
Yeah, do you like Portland? I know you're
Oh
from
yeah,
Seattle.
yeah, oh, I love Portland. Actually, I like Portland better than Seattle.
What's
Seattle's
stopping
kind
you from moving down here?
Well, I got pretty deep roots in Seattle. I got a house there that I like. And, I like Portland. I don't like it that much.
What's your typical? Sorry.
It's okay.
That's how
They should let me get that for you.
Yeah, it's fine. Pretty good with this. It's kind of a loud street.
Not right now, thank you. Say what?
It's kind of a loud street. I think we'll just take a left here and we'll just go around the block. So I typically just walk around with people, and
Sure, that makes sense.
I'm not the greatest interviewer in the world, but
Well, I'm not
kind of
the
interesting.
greatest interviewee in the world. I don't
What's
have
your
the voice or the demeanor for it. But yeah, the giant pen, it's a beautiful thing.
It's pretty cool.
It works magnificently well. Even it surpasses my own expectations, and it is fun to draw with. Every time I've used it in public, I've allowed other people to draw with it, and the look in their eyes as they pick that thing up and start making the lines, I tell you.
It would be interesting to make a bunch more of them, huh?
Of the pens?
Yeah.
Well,
send
I've
them
got
around.
3 of them that work. I mean, three different nibs and different widths. And I've just started making large pen and ink drawings of them. I just sort of figured out finally how to make the thing behave. So I'm going to start making enormous pen and ink drawings with this thing because the line it gets is just different from any kind of a line you get with any other
Oh,
implement.
I would love to see it in person.
Maybe someday.
I'm curious about, so your last 2 graphic novels, is that what you call them? Are they graphic novels? Or
Well, that's what that's what they're called
comic?
nowadays, graphic novels.
Okay. What would you call it?
I guess I'd call it a graphic novel now too, since that's the term that's been accepted.
Okay. That sounds like you're compromising somewhere in there.
Well, you just have to be practical. You know, Picasso and Braque hated the name Cubism, but that's what everybody started calling it. So, just so as not to be cutting their own throats, they accepted it.
Well, what would you prefer it to be called, do you think? I don't mean to push the issue.
I don't know. I always like the word comic book, but I guess it's got a different connotation for someone who thinks that they're wonderful and someone who thinks they're junk. So probably graphic novel is a good phrase.
Yeah. What's your, so the last 2 that you've come out with, I've been really, there's no words.
No words.
Images, I guess that's kind of standard though. There's not a lot of words generally in there.
You mean
Sometimes.
in my work? Well, these Frank comics that I do have no words. I do other stories that have got maybe too many words in them. The Frank stories are wordless.
They're beautiful books.
That's nice of you to say. Thanks
I
very
love
much.
them. I really like them a lot.
I enjoy writing the stories. Coming up with the story ideas is easy, but drawing them takes such a long time.
What's your process for that? Like, if you have your story, and then how do you go about like, oh, I'm going to make this book?
Well, I sort of sift through the stories that I have written down, and I select one that I think I would like to draw, because embarking on one of these 100-page books is a little bit like getting onto a tramp steamer with no ticket, no luggage, and no money. That's a good line. Maybe I'll use that later tonight.
That's pretty funny. Do you want a cookie? I might get a cookie.
Cookie?
They have good cookies at Whole Foods.
You know, I'm not sure I have time. I think I probably better get back to make sure everything is
Should
running
we head
smoothly.
back?
Yeah, but we can continue this way. Unless you're desperate for a cookie, in which case we can just cut this off and I'll meet you there.
No, I don't.
Heads up.
I don't need a cookie that bad.
They sell cookies at the bookstore too, you know.
The Whole Foods cookies are pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Whole Foods has certainly gotten a lot to recommend.
It's better than the name Partially Eaten Foods. Sorry, that's a Whole Foods joke.
Is it? Is it a standard? I've never heard it before. I thought it was
I
something
wrote it, and it's not
Oh,
that
you
funny.
came up with
Apparently,
it on
it's
the-
not that funny.
Well, it's there's more truth than poetry there, perhaps.
The other one is, I'm going to Whole Foods to buy some Cheerios, donuts, bagels, lifesavers.
No, I get
Foods
it.
with holes.
Okay, oh, I get it. That's not bad at all. The only Whole Foods joke I know is people calling it whole paycheck. But I
Yeah,
guess that's
that's true.
nationwide.
Let's, oh, it's busy out here today.
It really is. Whole,
Pardon me. A lot of people.
really are. Kids having fun.
They recognize you, Jim.
I recognize them. I think I worked at a photomat with those girls a long time ago.
You should check out, it's Fleet Week, because the Rose Fest and stuff.
Oh.
So all the big ships are down there.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of sailors running around,
Yeah.
taking pictures of everything in sight.
Seattle has a much bigger, like, if you want to see ships, you can see much bigger ships down there. So I guess for Portland, it's kind of exciting.
Well, I've never actually compared the size of the ships of the two cities, but I'll take your word for it. We do have a lot of container ships in Seattle, some real monsters.
What should we know about this next book that you released, that you just came out with?
Well, I guess that's what I'm going to talk about tonight as best I can.
Okay. Let's go in this entrance here, and then it's a little more pleasant.
Okay.
An approach upstairs.
Okay.
It was a long day.
You've had a long day?
Yeah, I bought a vinyl sticker cutter, like a vinyl plotter,
Oh yeah?
and so I've been making stickers. I made this
Huh.
this stag bike sticker,
Oh really?
which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's.
It's a fun toy. It would be something that if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you could get one and start producing, decals and stuff.
Yeah, well, I guess that explains why there's so many die-cut vinyl stickers all over the place.
Yeah, I mean it's still, yeah. There's a lot of them around.
Okay, we're through
They're
here.
popular.
So they will allow you to bring coffee into the store? I didn't think they did that.
Well, they sell coffee in the store.
I know they do,
so
but I
thank you.
abandoned mine at the coffee shop. I just assumed they wouldn't allow me to run around.
You're the guest here.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
These
does.
books have to be protected.
Well, I think that's what insurance is for. But I mean, like you're the speaking guest, so you should be able to have coffee.
No, they actually
Really?
offered to get me one. What I'm saying is I was mistaken. It was wrong.
Well, yeah.
The store is just too much.
There's a lot of books. It's fun to come in and it's like people are just it's fun to people.
Yeah.
I always thought that stairs should have lenticulars on them, so or like two images.
Yeah.
So when you go up, so like right now we see the the red, but as you go up it changes from red to
Oh,
image.
yeah. I see. Yeah, that would be nice. Well, I wonder what time it is. I wonder if
It's getting close. I bet you have time to get coffee, or I bet someone will get you coffee. if you ask them.
7:20. I think what I probably better do.
Someone will run and get you all that.
Well, actually, I'm going to run to my car. They can give me so.
Well, thank you, Jim.
Yeah, my
Thanks.
pleasure. What's your name again?
Drew. Yeah.
Okay, Drew.
Yeah. It's a pleasure.
Carry on.
All right. I'll see you up there.
Good to see you.
Okay. Thanks.